everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Glenda and today we are going to be creating a look with the Viseart Milieu, I believe it's called, eyeshadow palette. We're going to be creating a simple everyday look, so stay tuned. The first thing I do before I start the eye look is to prime my eyes, and I like these Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion anti-aging. Next, I'd like to set my eye primer with a shade that's similar to my skin tone. In this case, I'm going to be using this shade over here, and I'm going to use this all over the lid. You could also use some setting powder. Doesn't really matter if it's a little bit darker, it's okay. We're going to put some color on top of this. This is just to set the eye primer since it's a liquid eye primer. And I forgot to tell you that I used a Real Techniques brush, and this one is the Deluxe Crease brush. I also use these to set my under eyes too. I like it for that. It's like fluffy and big. So we got some progress on this eye. So let's go ahead and show you. This is what we got until now. We're gonna still working on this. So the first shade I'm gonna grab is this shade over here. Start grabbing that shade, tap off the excess, and then what you're gonna do is just press, just press it. Don't worry, it's gonna look ugly right now, but we're gonna make it work, because we're gonna blend it later. I'm gonna grab some more and just press. And now that I have this ugly arch, we are gonna go ahead and blend it. But before that, I'm using a Dose of Color tiny brush that came in one of my Dose of Color 5-pan eyeshadow palette. Now we're gonna blend, and I'm gonna be using a Morphe M535 brush. Fluffy brush, and we are gonna go ahead and start blending, and placing it on the crease with that other brush makes it so much easier, because now you just have to blend and circular motions, make a C. Now we're gonna use a flat but dense brush, and this one is the Luxie 209 large shader brush. And we're gonna go back into this shade up here, tap off the excess, and we're gonna place these all over the eyelid. Tap off the excess. Now I'm going to be using the Morphe M35 again, fluffy brush after I cleaned it, and I'm gonna go into this shade, this pink shade over here. And we are going to blend this on the top. Now with the same fluffy brush, we're gonna go into this shade, off the excess, and we're gonna go on top of that pink because I don't want it to be so pink. And before we finish this eye look, let me show you. You see this? It's not sharp like this one. So just grab these like fleece, erase your facial towel, and I grab it, put it in my finger. And I just sharpen the eye look. Now we're gonna go back with the Luxie 209 brush, and we are gonna go into this shade again. So, this one over here. Now really carefully we're gonna place now carefully we're gonna place this into the eyelid. Kind of like a cut crease, but we're not using like concealer or anything to do a cut crease. And we're gonna repeat this action until we get it as light as we want to. Now we're gonna go back with a tiny kind of flat brush, the one we used at the beginning, and we're gonna dive into this color again, and we're gonna make a definition this time, and we're gonna go like windshield mode. Now I'm gonna put some foundation on, and we're gonna come back to complete the eyes. Now I'm gonna grab a flat, thin brush. We're gonna grab this shade up here. Then grab this pink. And then I'm gonna grab the first shade, and I'm gonna start from the inner corner. Now I'm gonna be adding a brown pen on my waterline. This is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus on the shade 210 Espresso. Just gonna put this on the waterline. And using the same flat short brush, I smudge it out a little bit. And because this eyeshadow palette doesn't have like a lighter color for my inner corners or my eyebrow bone, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my highlighter, and I'm using just the mini Ivy from an Ipsy bag I received, and this is the Radiant Glow highlighter on the shade Prosecco, I believe. And I'm just gonna grab these. Is it Charlotte Tilbury from the mini set? But it's kind of like a small pencil brush. I'm gonna grab some of that, and I'm gonna be placing that on the inner corner section of the eye. Also in the eyebrow bone. Right, and this is the final look. Pretty simple and pretty wearable on your everyday. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the eyeshadow palette now. So this has a retail price of $80. I got it on my box charm, and you know, I'm happy with that, with the price I paid for my box. But I don't think I'll pay $80 for this eyeshadow palette. The price is too high, and there's so many other eyeshadow palettes that perform, you know, really well too. I have to say that these are super easy to work with. They blend super easily, and it's, you know, a really nice neutral eyeshadow palette that we should all have, you know, in our collection, because that's like the everyday eyeshadow palette. The only thing I'll recommend you guys is that if you have it, do your eyes first and then do your complexion, you know, like foundation, bronzer, everything else, because it has a little bit of fallout, and if you're working with dark shades, then you messed up your entire face, you know, whatever you know, did before. But I did like the eyeshadow palette. I see myself, you know, using it again, picking it up more. So if you get a discount on these, or you get in a subscription box, perfect. $80 for these, and doesn't even have a mirror. I don't think I'll pay that much for these, you know, unless it doesn't even have shimmers or anything in here. So, and that's all, you guys, for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video.